Am I the idiot for threatening to divorce my wife if she doesn't discipline her son? I, male 45, am married to my wife, 47F. We both have teen sons from previous relationships, her son Noah, 14, and my son Spencer, 15. Spencer's biological mom, my ex, is a deadbeat who doesn't pay her child support and hasn't spoken to Spencer in years, while Noah's biological dad is very involved in Noah's life and takes him every other week. Noah's dad also makes a fair bit more money than either me or my wife, and this leads to Noah having nicer things than Spencer. X. Noah has a fairly new iPhone while Spencer has an old model with a cracked screen. Noah's dad has promised to pay his way through college, while Spencer works 2 part-time jobs, by his choice, to start saving up but will still probably have to take out loans. Most relevant to our current problem, Spencer wears almost exclusively second-hand/thrifted clothes while Noah's dad buys him department store/name brand clothes. Because of the difference in the way the two boys dress, Noah has taken to making fun of Spencer for looking like a hobo, like he crawled out of a gutter, and like trailer trash. Just nasty, unnecessary, and in my opinion very classist insults. It's not like Spencer doesn't put effort into his appearance either. We just don't have the money to fill his closet with $30 t-shirts and $75 pairs of jeans. Now, Spencer has a bit of a temper, and the difference between his things and Noah's things is a sore spot. As a result, the boys have gotten into several shouting matches and one major physical altercation. Spencer is tall for his age and Noah hit puberty late, so it was more of a beatdown than a fight, though no one went to the hospital. I've spoken to my wife multiple times about disciplining Noah, but she insists that he's just doing it to get a reaction out of Spencer, and the solution is for Spencer to stop falling for it, rather than any consequences or even a strong conversation for Noah. I may have accepted this if Noah was in elementary school, but he's a teenager, and a teenager needs to at least be told not to antagonize his stepbrother who he knows has outbursts. I've tried to talk to Noah myself, but he just says, "You're not my dad, you can't tell me what to do." And yes, I have talked to Spencer about keeping his temper in check, but at this point, it's not his fault when he's constantly being demeaned for something he has no control over. After the aforementioned physical incident, I gave my wife an ultimatum: discipline Noah or I'm leaving. I told her that I couldn't keep my son in a home where he's constantly on edge because she refuses to parent her son. I told her that, as a step-parent, I have little authority over Noah, so it's on her to set him straight. She asked me if I was seriously considering divorcing her over the way she parents her son, and I said yes. That this isn't about her, but about protecting my son from Noah's bullying. She told me I was being manipulative, and that threatening divorce over every little thing is abusive. I tried to explain that this isn't a little thing, and she just told me to give her a few days to think things over, and I agreed to give her a week before I would contact a lawyer. Am I the idiot? Now for a few comments before the update. Not the idiot. Noah is bullying Spencer, and your wife is ignoring her responsibility to raise a decent human being. Spencer deserves better, and as his father, you have a responsibility to protect him. I wouldn't want to be married to someone who thinks my son should just put up with being bullied by their kid instead of teaching their kid not to be a bully. Comment 2. Not the idiot. Honestly, I'd start looking into lawyers now anyways. Maybe she'll say things will change, but I doubt they'll change for long, or maybe it'll just change when you're around. She's blaming your son for being bullied and downplaying her son's actions. Not sure why you'd want to be with someone who'd even think that that kind of behavior is acceptable. Try to get your son some help for his anger issues and take a look at things that you might qualify for due to having a lower income. Your son is working 2 jobs at 15. He's worried about what his future looks like. Comment 3. Not the idiot. She wouldn't be so nonchalant about it if it was her child being bullied. Stick to your guns, you're teaching your son. The best thing to do is to remove yourself from the situation in which you are being bullied and that you are willing to stand up for him. Your wife is an idiot. Now for the update. I've gotten in contact with a divorce lawyer and have begun to draft papers. Whether or no they'll be filed remains to be seen. Second, I didn't think I'd be updating so soon, but there's been a major development, so here goes. Yesterday, Noah's father, who I'll be calling Mike, called me. We have each other's numbers, but we generally don't speak, so this was a surprise. The following is an approximation of our conversation. Me. Hey Mike, what's up? Mike. Hey, my name, nothing much, but I'm calling about a fight our boys got into, have you heard? Me. Oh yes, of course I heard. Thankfully neither were hurt badly. Mike. Good, that's good to hear. Listen, from the way Noah tells the story, your boy, Spencer was it? Attacked mine over some petty argument over clothes. Now I know my boy can exaggerate, so I figured I'd call to get it from you. Me. Yeah well, now I don't mean to call Noah any kind of liar, but that's only half the story. See, lately your boy has taken to picking on mine because you can afford to dress him in more expensive clothes. Now, I'm glad that Noah can have the clothes he wants thanks to you, but he's decided that makes him superior to Spencer. Noah called him a hobo, trailer trash, told him he looked like he crawled out of a gutter, and said he wouldn't be surprised if Spencer ends up on the street in 5 years. Mike. Wait, really? Noah said that? Me. Yes, he did. Can't imagine where he learned to speak like that. Mike. Not my house, that's for sure, but continue. Me. Right, now my boy can have a temper, and I'm working on that with him to be sure. But Noah wouldn't listen when I told him to knock it off. There have been a few yelling fights, and then a couple days ago Noah just kept winding him up and they were shouting at each other, and then Noah swung and well, the rest is history. Mike. Wait, Noah swung first? Me. Yup, but the rest of the hits were Spencer's. I'll be honest, it wasn't a fair fight at all. Like I said, I'm just glad neither got hurt too bad, but let me be frank. Your boy is causing problems in my house and he needs to stop before he gets put in the hospital. Could you talk to him about it? Sherry won't, but our relationship is a whole nother deal. Mike. Oh yeah, for sure I'll talk to him. And also, so long as no one goes to the hospital, feel free to let your boy set mine straight if you know what I mean. That's how I learned to stop being a mouthy little poop. Maybe a little schoolyard justice will do the same for him. Me. Thanks man, I appreciate it. I'll pass your message to Spencer, but honestly I'd prefer less violence in my house. Anyway, I've got to run. Mike. Alright, but let's keep communicating about this. I'm so disappointed in Noah and I apologize that he's starting stuff with Spencer. Click anyway. Noah goes to Mike's place tomorrow, so hopefully his father can straighten him out. As for my relationship with my wife, I'll be having a serious sit down with her soon. If we can't work things out, that lawyer of mine will come in handy. And yes, I did tell Spencer what Mike said about setting Noah straight, but made it clear that Spencer is not to start anything. But if Noah gets physical first, Spencer has my permission to shut him down. Comment 1. I'm pretty sure he is picking up the words from your wife. He is getting it from somewhere, and if it's not the dad, then it's the mom. Are you sure your wife likes your son? Comment 2. You're the idiot. Honestly, what are you even doing threatening divorce over some kids fighting? It's a natural thing for teenagers to clash and have disagreements, and you're making a mountain out of a molehill here. Your son should learn to stand up for himself and not rely on you to solve all his problems. Instead of talking to lawyers, maybe focus on parenting both boys and teach them some respect for one another. Your wife is completely in the right here, and you're acting like a child yourself. It's no wonder the situation has escalated to this point, given how you're handling it. Grow up and deal with it like a responsible adult. Comment 3. You're going to want to have a families meeting with everyone present, so Mike pronounces this judgment in front of everyone. He said first is already at work here, and it's time to shut it down. Frankly, Mike should cut off the clothing allowance and take Noah to a thrift store and dress him exactly the way he's been tasking Spencer over. Precious little spending allowance either, so he can't hold that over him either, nor subvert the costuming edict. Now, for the next story. Am I the bad guy for telling my stepbrother that I don't like the way he treats me? My mother died when I was 10 years old, and since then my father raised me alone. He is wonderful and I have never doubted how much he loves me. That's why when he started dating my stepmother I was happy. He deserved it. Carol, my stepmother, she is a beautiful woman who loves my father madly and always treats me well. He has a son from his previous marriage, Robert, 17 years old. He will soon be 18. He is a charismatic and attractive boy. He has been with several boys and several girls. He is bisexual. He has many friends and is always the life of the party. I, on the other hand, am a 14-year-old boy. I don't have many friends and I don't go out to parties. I'm often told that I'm attractive, but I don't think I stand out from the average. Carol and my father recently got married. We moved into his house and everything was fine at first, but now I spend more time with Robert and his behavior has changed. I told him that I was saving for a game and a few days later he gave me that game that I wanted to have so much. I thanked him. He hugged me with one arm and told me that as friends I could count on him. I was happy, but happiness left me suddenly when he kissed me on the head. I feel weird. He usually greets his friends with kisses on the cheek, but we're not that close. I didn't say anything because I didn't want him to feel that I despised his kindness. But things like that keep happening. He hugs me a lot, strokes my hair, jokes spanking me and compliments me a lot. I told him that what he was doing made me uncomfortable and I asked him not to do those things. He was surprised. He said he was just trying to get us together. That's how he gets along with his friends. He wanted to make me feel welcome and it hurt him that he thought he had bad intentions with me. I don't think that about him, but he feels really bad for what I said. I feel bad for hurting him, but I only told him how I felt because it was affecting my relationship with him. I don't want to involve my father or Carol to avoid problems between them, especially now that they are newlyweds. Am I the bad guy? Now for a few comments before the update. Not the idiot. Go back to him and say that you appreciate that he wants to be close, and that you didn't intend to make him feel bad. But physical touch makes you uncomfortable. Comment 2. Not the idiot. You did the right thing. Don't ever think that you have to put up with something that makes you uncomfortable just to spare someone's feelings. Robert will get over it and respect your boundaries if he's a good guy. If not, don't hesitate to tell your dad. Comment 3. Not the idiot. He may not have had bad intentions, but you are your own person, and setting up boundaries with others is healthy for you. Just explain to him that you thoroughly enjoy his company, you just aren't as touchy of a person as he is. Then the original poster responded with, he says I'm accusing him of wanting to hurt me. I've never said that, but he insists that I did, and now he doesn't want to talk to me. Now for the update. In the previous post, many said that I should talk to Robert. I did, and I explained that I didn't think badly of him and that the problem was me. I just didn't like having so much physical contact. Robert said he understood and would respect my boundaries. But after 2 weeks he started doing it again. Despite the discomfort it caused me, I didn't do or say anything. I know it was a mistake. I should have told my dad everything right away. But I was afraid that he and Carol would have problems. I didn't want Dad to lose Carol because of me. I'm 14 years old, not a little kid, and I thought I could figure it out on my own. I couldn't take it anymore and told Dad. He seemed upset, but he spoke calmly to Robert and told him he was old enough to understand what personal space is. I couldn't take it anymore and I told Dad. He seemed upset, but he spoke calmly to Robert and told him that he was old enough to understand what personal space is. He got very angry and said that he was not doing anything wrong because he was just affectionate. Carol intervened and told him to calm down because he was acting like a child. Robert got angrier and started saying that she was a witch who only bothered him. My father demanded that he apologize to Carol. He didn't, and the three of them had a big argument. Robert says that it's all my fault and that I shouldn't have told my dad anything, that it was our problem and he didn't have to involve others. I told him that I did it because he was still invasive even after what we talked about. I also told him that he was very cruel to Carol. Robert says that he only told the truth, that he loves his mother but is still a witch, and now he won't talk to me until I apologize for not keeping things a secret. Comment 1. This line is screaming at me. And now he won't talk to me until I apologize for not keeping things a secret. OP, you 100% did the correct thing by telling your father about this issue, and I sincerely wish that you always keep the lines of communication open with him. Don't think about how it will affect his marriage, because he and his stepmother have already shown you they're on solid, objective footing. Nobody with good intentions would ever expect or demand you to keep secret about something that is being done to you, that makes you very uncomfortable, and that you've already clearly communicated was not welcome. Comment 2. You're the idiot. Honestly, what's the big deal? Robert was just trying to be affectionate, and you just blew this whole thing out of proportion. Everyone is so overly sensitive these days, and you just had to create a family drama out of it. All he did was hug you and be nice, but no, you had to go running to your dad and make it a big thing. Now, because of your overreaction, there's tension in the family. You should have just kept quiet and dealt with it like a mature person. Maybe if you weren't so uptight, you'd have more friends and go to parties like Robert. Grow up and stop causing problems for everyone. Comment 3. Not the idiot. You didn't feel safe, you told your father. Good job, Op. And as for Robert trying that, you shouldn't have told. That is grooming behavior. Good on you for telling. Keep yourself safe, Op. Do not apologize either, Op. Not even Tio. Keep the peace. If you liked this video, you'll probably like these too. Also, while you're here, please consider subscribing. It's your support that keeps this channel alive and allows me to make better and longer videos. Have a great day.